Welcome back to the Swag Shack. This is going to be our final episode of improving Wes's flying coaster entry. And today, I think what I'll do is we're going to focus on this little slab of the park, and we're going to improve this food vending area. I want to make this a little bit better. I don't think the void black parking lot is very solid. The building, being as small as it is, also feels a little small when you've got such a large coaster. They're not using like trailers as food trucks in parks typically. And then another part is this vertical launch coaster. I don't think it fits the park. It's very odd. It is like, hey, what can I put in this small little area? So I think we're going to take characteristically what it does, which is creates a spike, and potentially do like an observation tower or a free fall tower, something like that in this area. So it actually might be a larger change. And then we're going to finish up. That'll basically be it. We'll just look at the parks before and after. Might make that its own episode. Potentially. We'll see how the editing works. Might be a little tougher than I thought to make a full video. But I think that's the two changes I'm going to make. And then we'll call it a day, and then we'll move on to a new entry. So I'm going to get to deleting what I don't want here and giving myself some space. And then we'll do a little time lapse of me building everything, and then we'll do a review. Okay, so we have finished changing up this building a little bit and also getting rid of the launch freefall ride and replacing it with an observation tower. So you still have that same aesthetic. There's still a tower here and there's still a ride, but generally we've changed the ride type and overall fit with the area. I think this could be taller, who knows? Honestly, if you really wanted to do an observation tower, you'd probably put it over here, make it taller, and then it would see out onto the water. But you know what, Wes designed this initially, and this is what we came up with. So you'll see I made the building just a little bit bigger. 2x3 is a little more scale-wise realistic. That's not like a trailer. And then what we did over here is we made a simple little sign, a nice little queue, a nice little exit, circular pad. Yes, I know the ground tiles are just 3x3, but overall the aesthetic makes sense. It's like, okay, it's an open little area. We got a fence around it to make sure nobody runs into there, and it's better than the default. Overall, we're going to leave Wes's area over here. This kind of feels like a little kid's playland area. Miniature houses. I'm sure there's food stalls or restrooms or whatever in these. I'm not going to say this is the most premium you could do, but, you know, we do what we can. And then I just spammed foliage, because guess what? You've got like 4 foliage options, and I don't think any of them are being used the correct way. No offense, Wes. Foliage is a lot tougher to do than you think. I actually was just watching Sammy's videos on YouTube in his series, and I'm going to forget the name, but he's doing like a throwback original park, no cheats, anything. And he was making a point on how these trees are meant purposefully to create lines in parks, and they're not meant to be just foliaged out randomly. Whereas like a single tree, like this, what is this? Aleppo pine tree is going to be more sporadic in area, whereas these trees need to be lined up because they are treated in prim and proper, and they're creating lines 1, 2, 3, so you're getting more focus on, say, a pathway or a ride type or something. So just keep that in mind. So overall, we've made some changes to the coaster supports, the station itself, the layout of the train tracks, as well as the cliffs and the food area / observation tower old ride. So what I will do is figure out how to make a side-by-side comparison of these, maybe some washes to see what differences we've made, and I hope that you enjoyed this. We will either move on to a tutorial on how to do a certain thing, like support a certain coaster type, or we'll go into another one of these where we'll take an entry from somebody else and Swagify it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the first 5 episodes of the Swag Shack. Overall, I'd say we made pretty minor changes to most of the park. I think the biggest change is probably this station, and when we looked at the transitions, that's what stood out the most to me. I feel like the previous station brought a lot of negativity to the area, and I feel like just changing and focusing on a station building can really enhance the park overall. And then I noticed from this perspective, when you looked at the cliffs transition in the final shot, it looked a lot more natural when you're looking at it back to back. So overall, really happy with how this went. I'd love for feedback, and I'd love for you all to maybe comment on Discord, tag me on Discord, which things you'd like me to do next. You can also do that in the comments down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.